news, Henry claims male and female idols go to one place to meet and find love.
On a recent episode of the Korean TV show I Live Alone, Henry makes a phone call while in a car. He actually makes two video phone calls to Jesse and then to Jackson.
Hey bro,
What's up, Jackson?
뭐라고?
스키장 갈래? 지금.
Where are you, in Korea?
Yeah.
I'm in China.
You're in China?
To ask them, to invite them to go skiing. The main reason that this instance resonated with you and I is because we've both been to multiple different ski resorts in South Korea, and we've experienced that and kind of know what he's talking about.
I have to say this title is slightly misleading because he doesn't say that that's the only place to go for dating. What he actually basically stated was, I heard that boy groups and girl groups will go to ski resorts to try and meet their future wives or husbands.
I think the underrated part about this theme is that skiing and snowboarding in South Korea for Koreans is probably more popular than you realize if you haven't been there. We had no idea about how popular it was until we went, and the place was packed, and every time we went, we'd go further away from Seoul every time we went, because we must have went 4 or 5 different times, I think. It's always very popular, especially if you go on a Saturday or Sunday. We even went once on a Tuesday evening, I think, and the slopes were packed. People are there snowboarding. I mean, it's crazy how popular it is, so I can understand why people are finding love there. There's a lot of people going skiing and snowboarding.
There's a lot of reasons why it could be a good date location. One being it's so far away from Seoul that you're less likely to be caught off guards as, oh my goodness, there's a celebrity. You don't expect to see a celebrity out on the slopes, and you're wearing full face protection, maybe some masks or goggles, and that also helps to hide your identity a little bit.
It being outside the city as well, if people are going to ski or snowboard and they don't live really close to the slopes, they're staying overnight. So then you have to get accommodation, you go with your friends, mutual acquaintances, people meet, and then they're staying overnight. It gives you more time to hang out with people. It's also really good to get away and call it skiing, but really it's a date.
I do question, though, the likelihood of actually meeting somebody skiing, because most people who go skiing go with somebody that they know or a group of friends, which could be good, but could also be problematic. I don't know. I never really considered dating somebody or picking somebody up on the ski slopes.
Well, dating somebody and picking somebody, they're two different things.
Well, he said that they go to meet or to find somebody, which essentially would be to pick up somebody at the ski slopes and not necessarily just go on a date.
If you're standing in line for hot chocolate, though, that might be when you meet them.
Maybe. I don't personally know of any celebrities. I couldn't find any celebrities who met their significant someones on the ski slopes, but I do know that Crystal and Kai were known to go on a ski resort date, and a We Got Married episode featured a couple going on a date to one of the ski resorts. And well, I have to say, for those of you who are interested in meeting a special K-popper on the slopes and you want to go check out the slopes of Korea, such K-poppers as Chanyeol and Baekhyun have been known to go skiing or snowboarding.
Anybody else? Not according to your list. There's nobody else. That's it.
Not only did they go, they've gone quite enough times that Chanyeol has his own little music video that he made impromptu for fun, titled Snowboarding in Rutsu.
I think you guys gotta book your trip to Korea right now and then immediately hit the slopes. The section of the TV show where Henry calls Jesse and then subsequently calls Jackson is pretty interesting, especially when he speaks to Jackson, because he is the older one out of the two, but they're both Chinese, yet they're speaking in English and Korean. Oh, I don't hear any Chinese at all. That was really interesting to me. He's going, kacha, kacha, jikum kacha. I'm not expecting them to talk in English, but of course, because they are in Korea, or at the time Jackson was in China, it's just entertaining.
Well, they probably do communicate in English, but there is an English-Korean mix because of what they do and the nature of what they do. And also, I think he was also speaking Korean to benefit the studio audience, the people who would be watching the show, he might be speaking to him a little bit more in Korean than he might normally.
They have an endearing relationship, though.
It's so cute, especially the part where he's like, "Popo," onto the phone and he's like making kissy faces at Jackson. It's not your typical relationship that you'd see amongst guys, at least guys that I know. They're not like kisses to the phone. That's how I usually talk to my friends.
I think that's the attractive part about Korea.
Yeah.
Finding love is always a fun topic to talk about. Everybody is looking for love, even if they think that they are not. I mean, who wants to perpetually be single forever and this is your goal? This is your main goal. I don't know anybody. No, actually, there's a few people out there, but I can't think of them.
Well, I also think that this is an interesting article, and the video that's attached to this is also rather interesting because it gives a lot of insight into Henry's friendship and relationships with Jesse and with Jackson and how he interacts with them.
Click the like button, you guys. Comments down below. Thank you so much for supporting us. Click the bell for notifications. Check out the link to K-Gal, and don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye!